Yes. You guys, I just popped up. I'm sitting here on a Wednesday. It's Wednesday at like 5:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, honey. I don't know where it is where you are. That's where it is now. So guess what? Because it's that time, I can pour myself a glass of this red wine that I have in my fridge from last night, and it's Dow in Cabernet Sauvignon. Hi, yes, surprise live, happy hour live, y'all. 4 to 7, so that means I can have a little bit of this wine. And I actually don't drink by myself, but I'm not by myself right now. I'm with you guys. What if I just did this live just so I had an excuse to drink a little of this wine? That's not what I did. That's not what I did. You guys, I'm so happy to see you. Hello, hello. Monica, Wapa. Jackie, I see you. Hi, Jolene. Brandy, cheers. I just wanted to pop in Danielle and Ogs and all of you, Melinda, and just be like, hello. Happy hump day, Hans. Lucy. Monica. I know, it's been so long. I'm so sorry. I am so happy to see you all. So if you've watched any of my other lives, you know that basically I've been really behind on watching all of the TV. I'm not even watching The Bachelorette, which is basically over. I am catching up on all the 90 Day Fiancés and Live After Lockups. Just so behind. There were so many I just couldn't possibly keep up. But I know I want to shoot some videos, some just overall season videos, because that's all I can do, and just comment on things. But I haven't done it yet. I've been just really traveling, is what I would say. Oh, it's so good to see you all. I'm a little shiny, but she's Lebanese. She just has that oily skin, it creates problems and then also helps wrinkles. So there's a good and a bad. There's a tug. So that's why, I always have to start my lives and be like, this is why I don't have recent content about 90 days, because it's I'm just so behind. I've been traveling a bunch and there's just so many shows. There's so many 90 days. And there's just a lot, it's just too much. You look so good, says Lucy. Oh, I love the other way. Ugh. Traveling where? Okay. I've been going to have been doing a lot of hosting and MC work and comedy work at charity galas and conventions and things like that. So organizations will bring me in, or nonprofits to do a little set at their gala, or I'll just MC the whole gala, So I've been doing that kind of stuff in places like Charlotte, North Carolina, and then I went to New York earlier this year and did comedy, and then I'm going to go to Atlanta in October and Detroit in November to do so I don't know if you guys ever know anyone on a board of a national charity and you're in a major city that can pay someone to come out and do comedy. Your girls, available. Maybe we'll see. So besides that, also traveling, I went to Miami for the first time, and that was really fun. And one of my best friends is getting married. One of my really good friends got married earlier on in the summer. My friend Casey and my friend Michelle's getting married in August, and I'm in her wedding. So it's also been a lot of on a way bachelorette party, and then a bachelor party in town, a bachelorette party in town for a night, and the bridal shower, honey, and she does a comedy show. And so I did did comedy at her comedy show. And, it's just, it's a lot. It's it's a job unto itself, and it's as someone who was reviewing Bridezillas until the season just stopped and then just randomly picked up again. I don't even know. It's just really interesting. She's great. I love her so much, but it's just oh yeah, it's all of that, paying for things. Aspasia, today is my birthday. Well then, honey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Aspasia. Okay. just a little something, make that money. Yeah, I am. So besides that, I don't know, honey. I just been like developing things and things like have fallen apart and just trying to also date, which is like a job. And then because it's my friend's wedding, I really want to like get toned. I look skinny up here, but like my problem area is like this, like she just has like just some like areas, she wants to like tone up, like I just want to like just like I'm doing a lot of like hot Pilates. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to like I need to like get my core together, and I want to like also get my ass to come together in such a way that looks perky. So it's like I have to like build a butt is what I'm doing. So I'm building a butt. I'm working on my core. I'm trying to also get a stronger like arm situation. I really want to be someone who could like do planks, squats and planks and lunges, honey, deadlifts. That's what she's like. Oh, okay. Compound movements where you like curtsy lunge, then step up and then kick. I mean, and then your arms going up. I mean, that's a whole thing. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, I squats, lunges, squats with weights, heavy weights, like, and you guys are agreeing with me. Yeah, like, yeah, that's what I want. I gotta like, just want a little more of a butt. I just want to see what I can do, like, because I feel like I just want to see like what is possible before like I think about like, would I want a little lipo? I don't know if I would ever do that. We'll see. Um, I'm doing a lot of Soul Cycle, which I love. If you're following me on the gram, I share my cute clothes on Vanity Fair, and I bought new clothes. Okay, so I didn't think about what I was going to talk about, but it's August 1st, so we can talk about kind of like at least what I've been doing, which is I have been trying to let go of stuff, physical, emotional, baggage, real things, not real things, letting that leave me, go away, seeing what I have left, organizing it, and then seeing the room and space that invites new energy to come into that. Okay. So letting go can mean like a lot of things. I completely gutted and got rid of so much of my closet in my like apartment. My apartment was so messy for so long. It's so clean now. I don't know if you guys remember my lives where like I wouldn't even like when I went in the kitchen and stuff like that, you could see what was back there. It's so much better now. I ended up moving, which was I'm going to show you again. I ended up moving my desk into this corner of my living room. This is my TV, so you can see. This is desk. My bedroom's beyond the hallway and that door. That's my dining room, and my kitchen's behind me, behind this wall that you see the paintings on. And Juan just went through my closet, honey, and she would just look at things and she'd be like, Chris, this, you can keep this? Chris, look at it. You can keep it? And I just have to look at it and be like, you're right, throw it away. Like so much stuff. And so I took 9 bags to the Salvation Army or Goodwill. I mean, like lamps. I mean, like, I got rid of so much stuff like that was just even in my trunk, like things that I wasn't even thinking that I was gonna get rid of. I had a Crate and Barrel table in a bag that I just used for a picnic. And I was just like, bye. I got rid of it. I don't know what it was. It's like, this is what happens to me. I am a hoarder until something just overtakes me and I just throw everything away. Like, I don't know, like what kind of extremist I am, but I am. So the other thing I did, which I don't know, one thing that was really hard for me is my clothes is getting a space in my clothes, which obviously getting rid of clothes helps obviously have a space for the clothes I want to keep. But also my shoes were overwhelming me because I don't really have a great space to keep them. And I ended up going to the Container Store. I think I've already talked about this, and this is how like obsessed with something I am, and getting drop down shoe boxes. Okay, so you can stack them shoe boxes, but the front drops down, so you can just see exactly what's clear. So you can see what's inside and just grab what's inside without having to like move them. And that changed my goddamn life. They're on sale right now. I'm gonna make my dad buy them too. I just stacked them above like the bar that is my closet, you know. Anyway, not bar, you know what I'm saying. So show us that glittery silver pillow. Nothing is silver in my house or my life. I'm a very gold girl. So maybe you were talking about this. I have gold everywhere. Celery juice, Chris, really helps. Yeah, I do like celery juice. Celery juice actually tastes good. I think that I've had versions. I've never made my own because I don't have a good juicer. So like all the versions I've had of celery juice is like sea salt. So yeah, also, I am someone who's like tried to like instill healthy morning rituals, and there's some rituals that have fallen by the wayside, and some that I try and like keep up. Like on my best days, it's like I journal or I meditate or I have my sound therapy. I got really into the Hypervolt, which is that like muscle compression device that I got that I was like massaging myself with before and after workouts, um, and celery juice or like hot water with lemon in the morning, like that's like a morning ritual that a lot of people are doing. It's like, man, I wish I had, God, what's better? It's like, okay, I think that the best thing is I should just like go buy some bottled celery juices and just have them in my fridge. Like the ones that like expire like in 3 days, just go to like Press Juicery or whatever and buy some because I really want to try like a regime of them. But it's like to make one, you have to like do a whole stock. It's just a lot of greens to like be dealing with every morning. I hate washing dishes. And then like all the fibers and things everywhere. I just don't know. Um, so anyway, so besides that, also this concept, okay. So this concept that I am trying to work on of like forgiveness, right? And that means a lot of things. Obviously, it means forgiveness for like relationships in your life. I don't know why I keep playing with, why? Because like, what's happening? I don't like the composition. I've been trying to deal with this idea of forgiveness, and it's for myself, and it's also for my relationships with people, different people. Like some relationships aren't there anymore, but I harbor resentment. Some relationships are there, and I harbor resentment. Some, like obviously with myself, it's very much alive in there, and you have to like let go of feelings of resentment and assumptions or like hurt. And it's so hard, right? That is the baggage that honestly is harder to let go than for me things, even though it's very hard for me to get rid of things, especially clothes, right? Because you're just like, can I wear that again? What if I get it altered? I'm queen of like, if I get it altered, it's fine. But it's like, you didn't get it altered this whole time. Also, you could just buy another one that's actually your size and will look better. Also, probably the alterations will be more expensive. But when it comes to emotional baggage, you just have to work through the process of letting go. And it's really hard. And it's interesting to know what comes up when you're doing this work. Indirectly and directly in your life. Like what comes up with things you're working on within yourself. And sorry, my landlord started talking. And also what comes up like randomly in your life as you work through this, where you almost feel like, all right, universe, is that a sign? Like, is this, that's weird. So I feel like when you're working through other stuff, someone will pop up, and you'll be like, wow, I hear ya. This is the work. It's like the betterment of yourself. It's the trying and wanting better for yourself in your own emotional landscape in order to give that to other people. Truly, that is what I want. Because when I feel my best, I operate. There's a goddamn fly, and they're having a very loud conversation. So as I'm like bearing my soul with this wine and you guys and this goddamn fly that's in my business, the loudest conversation. Can you guys hear that? Okay. I'm not great subject. Yeah, I have to do more TV recaps. So brought up in the conversation. I'm trying to not change the subject, but what happened? Your reactions? I need to do more TV stuff. I just haven't been watching TV. Truthfully, I saw Lion King. I'm gonna finish this up. Okay. Okay. So all I'm saying about this, and this is how I'm gonna wrap this up, is it is a new month. So if you are thinking about some people that have wronged you or hurt you, or if you're just still harboring feelings of like injustice or resentment or uneasiness or awkwardness, I just invite you, if you can, to ruminate on that subject and try and let go of what you can. Anyway, so let's talk about something lighter. I wish I could do a review for you. I'll tell you, I did see Lion King. Did you guys all see Lion King? Did you? And what do you guys think of it? Because I've had mixed reactions. When I first saw it, oh, I saw it once. I was like, there are some great parts, like it's I did cry, and but it felt very awkward to me in some others in some many other parts. First of all, I guess I should do some research of like what exactly is John Favreau's like, why him? Why was it John Favreau's like version of the Lion King? Why'd they give it to him to produce and direct and like stuff? I just wonder, like, big fan? I wish they had given it to someone with maybe like a cultural connection. Lion King for a long time, my son's like Princess and the Frog or whatever was like Disney's only like African appealing to the African American or Black American audience. And John Favreau just like, what? Why? Like, this is the age of like, I don't know, giving a young director with like vision who like has like a story to tell within the story, maybe, or like has a vision of a story to create a piece that like, I don't know, that could be really transformative. And that's the other thing. I think that my expectations are really, really high for The Lion King because I think that from the movie to the Broadway musical, when you saw the Broadway musical, if you saw the Broadway musical, it's like, what? What the hell? Yes, like the animals were like, what? How did they even do that? Like, oh my God, like the Lion King, the Broadway musical did have cultural ties. They had like full African choir singing Shadowland and other pieces, which don't even worry, I'm going to get to. Okay. And other pieces were just like, that is what you done, what Disney and what those creatives did from like step A to step B was like, oh my God. I mean, like, it really cemented the love I have for this story. And like, I think that, first of all, it should not be the only, like, they have other African American or Black American things now, I guess. Not really, though. It's like Disney is very racist or whatever. And, like, obviously, we'd want a musical or some sort of, like, story that, like, actually shows people. But I think The Lion King is a beautiful story. And I think that I've enjoyed it over the years. And on Broadway, I've seen it so many times. And Shadowland is the one of the best songs in my life I've ever heard. And when you hear Heather Headley, who plays Nala as the original Nala in the original Broadway cast of The Lion King, sing that song Shadowland, which is the song that she goes and leaves her family to go get to find some help, go find help for Pride Rock. It is so beautiful. It is otherworldly. So much so that when this first was announced that Beyonce was in this, I was like, Shadowland. It's the first thing I thought of, Shadowland. Oh my God, I'm going to hear Beyonce sing Shadowland. Oh my God, I'm about to hear Shadowland. The leaves have fallen. I mean, come on, listen to it right now if you haven't. And it's so good. I'm not even that. Listen, I'm like, if you thought that was like, oh, that's maybe pretty, it's so good. What she can do, Heather, is amazing. And I was so excited to hear Beyonce sing the song. And then what happens? John Favreau just makes a decision, I guess, that we don't need that, or she didn't want to sing that, or just we'll put this other song, Spirit, in, which is not even really in the musical. You could have had that over the credits and still had her sing Shadowland, or I don't even know what you decided to do, but I'll tell you what it was. It was Take Away My One Hope. That is how good this song is. Okay? Okay, so now that I've really bat that home, and I really think that, again, if you haven't heard Shadowland, you listen to it right goddamn now. And one more thing I should say is like Beyonce's voice acting. Voice, it's so interesting, right? How is she love her so much? Amazing live performer, beautiful singer, crazy good dancer, performer, I mean extraordinaire, where she is like on goddamn fire, gorgeous, sick, fierce queen. Has probably studios, listens to herself sing all day long. And when it comes to acting, voice acting, it's not holding a note, but talking. She's so stiff. It's so weird. Like, why when even when you do like you're talking in your own stuff, it makes sense. Like when you like hear her like do the poetry reading the lemonade, it's like very like soft and soulful and sexy, and it's like you know that like that sounds like yep. And then when you do these lines, it's like lions attack. And I will say this. I want to say one positive thing. I cried, so I still liked it. I see what they did with Scar there and giving him a whole goddamn backstory. I would have. I don't know why. I don't know. They did keep like James Earl Jones, and it's like so. It's hard for me to like. I miss other people, right? And I also feel like there could have been even more black actors, But Billy Eichner is in my life when I've experienced him. Not in my life, I've never met him, but when I've experienced him in like media, he's just like very one note to me, which is that note is screamy, very mean and screamy, loud, mean, screamy, abrasive. Gives me anxiety. Is how I would describe just my reaction to him. And here's the thing, like, he might be a very nice person. And I think, I might meet him in real life at some point. I could see that happening. Um, I was so sad that Nathan Lane wasn't in it, but I was like, or they could have cast like a black actor, but they didn't do either. It was Billy Eichner. It was just like, oh, just okay. And then he was great. He was one of the best parts of the movie. So it's funny. Okay, so you guys, you feel the same way about it. There's 25 people in this room, 22 likes. I can't even sing. Oh, 27. God damn it, that's fly. I can't even really sing the thumbs it up songs. It's like, what? Only 5 people really haven't thumbs it up. But if you haven't yet, you want to do it, Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, it. Shadowland. I'm just kidding. I can do live singing because my neighbors were just so loud, right? You guys heard that. I love you all so much. I've been on for 22 minutes. I'm going to just go to comments and to see what you guys. All I have to say is Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid's great. I'm excited about Little Mermaid. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. Very into Little Mermaid, always have been. The trifecta is Aladdin, Lion King, and Little Mermaid. I do love Beauty and the Beast, and it's like it's like right there, hanging on fourth. But like that's my trifecta. Like I was raised by Disney. I had an annual passport for years. I will have at one point again. Like Disney for all of their horribleness. Like that's how I was raised. It is the breast I suckled on. I'm home alone. I live alone, home alone. And I'm going to go see a play tonight. My dad and I are going to go see another play. We went to go see Miss Saigon last night, which if you ever see Miss Saigon, it's real fun. I mean, the first act, and then it gets real depressing, so we just left. I know it sounds bad, but all the good songs in the first song or in the first act, like, um, I still, I still believe the time has come when nothing will keep us apart. Okay, no more singing. But tonight we're going to go see a play at the Amundsen. So just a lot of dad-daughter dates. I went to an audition, a day of commercial audition. That was fun. I'm excited about Maleficent too. I mean, as crazy as Angelina Jolie is, it's like she was made for that role, wasn't she? Oh, her face looks just so good, those green eyes. I love it so much. Yeah, like I think as long as I call out Disney and I'm aware of the fact that they have like a horrible reputation against people of color and women, really bad in their stories and like what they've done over the years, it's like, what can you do? I guess you could boycott it. I guess if I was like a bitter person, I would. It's like how I was raised, though. You know, I'm from Southern California. I was raised here, going to Disneyland, singing Disney songs. It's in my blood. You can't take the sunshine out of California. Can't take the Disney out of me. What else? Just ranting with you guys about live Disney forgiveness. Oh, Paige, so happy to see you. Anyone have any like life stuff they're working on? Questions, dating, beauty product stuff? What are you guys doing tonight? What is your week like? What have you been doing for the summer? Have you been traveling? Tell me what's happening to you guys. I really want to know. Have you been watching and have you been personally keeping up with all the 90 days and all the Live After Lockups? You've just been like home doing it night after night, Bachelorette? Or is your DVR just chock full? I want to know. And do you hate TLC for what they do to your DVR, which is like record all the mortal loves where you're like, I do not need this episode again and longer. You are just eating my space and my DVR. You are an unwanted visitor at my DVR, just won't leave, eating all the space. It's so funny. It's like as much as I even still like try and keep up on 90 Day, I don't watch any Bravo. You guys, I think that I'm just going to be honest about something. And I haven't said this to friends yet because I have a lot of friends who love this person, but I really think I'm over Andy Cohen. I don't know. He has an air about him that makes me feel that he isn't a good person. And I read this like small article online between Titus and him, Titus from Kimmy Schmidt. And this couples with the fact that like Lil Kim wouldn't go on Watch What Happens Live because she knew that Andy Cohen was just gonna like bait her into Cardi B beef stuff and like try and make negative press for her. So she just was like, fuck it. I'm like literally I'm a goddamn living legend. I'm not gonna go on this show and like have my name just be disrespected. And Titus went on the show and then Andy like grilled him about working with Eddie Murphy right now in such a way that Titus felt disrespected and called him a messy queen. And you know what? He fucking is. And I feel like maybe in the first seasons of like some of the Real Housewife shows, there was like something more innocent about it where it was like they're crazy. They have a lot of wealth. They also are over the top in every way. And it's also interesting because the real old friendships and connections and family members that like were, in the first ones and they would have fun together and then they would have like crazy parties and then like there would be drama. But what happened over the years is that a formula came to be and people learned how to manipulate the system to be like the bad one or the villain or whispers and stuff. And then everything got like convoluted in such a way. And then everything became about the products these women want to sell. And then everything came about one dramatic thing that would happen, like one episode, and then we would have to talk about it at a lunch later, and we'd have to like repeat it when they confronted it. It's like it was the same drama like over and over again, and it just perpetuated like this image of women that I just was like, and now I just can't. It's all the same. I'm just like, I loved Beverly Hills in New Jersey so much, and I would watch Atlanta and New York, and I mean, I didn't watch Beverly Hills. I didn't watch it all. I have no idea what's happening. I mean, it's like I've been reading like some stuff here and there because weirdly enough, a lot of my news sources just like print that. Like I read Mediatekka.com every goddamn morning, and for some reason, Mediatekka.com Instead of just focusing on Real Housewives of Atlanta, has now been focusing on other Real Housewives. Like we'll talk about New York and Beverly Hills, and I'm like, what? This is people are paying you to print these stories, and it's just like everything is fake. I want authenticity. And Andy Cohen just feels like, yeah, just an executive who just gave himself a show and, like feeds into like a negative energy that is sort of almost feels like the negative energy of politics in the same way where I don't feel clean watching it and there's no fun or entertainment, just fear, disgust, and fear. But that's why I love new episodes and new seasons of 90 Day Fiance and Love It or Lock Up the New Couples because they seem to be somewhat naive to the process where we still get like somewhat genuine connections and authenticity. You guys agree with me. I don't know any drama of like with Jay or what's happening with Ashley and Jay. They are, I mean, again, talk about fake. Talk about manipulating the system. I can't believe Larissa's still with that. Is she still with her boyfriend? Like, I can't believe it. I feel like she should be with like another hot Latino person, right? Like, you moved to, I mean, like you moved to America, but it's like 50% of America is not 50%, but like a lot are. You should find like some fiery, hot Latin person that has a green card, like you guys can be passionate together. Like, you keep finding these like the wimpiest white guys. I mean, just saltine crackers. I mean, like this new one is a saltine cracker, and obviously Colty was like a Wonder Bread loaf. A, a loaf of Wonder Bread. I just put a cookie in my mouth. I forgot to tell Wall I'm here. She's gonna be so upset if I don't tell her while I'm here. She'll be like, what? I'm live. Did you guys, were any of you guys at Wall's Lives yesterday? I wasn't, so I feel bad. I wasn't because I was driving home and then I had to like bring a bunch of clothes from my dad's house into my stuff and put it all away because my dad was coming, and then I had to like cook dinner for us. I cooked us and get me dinner. My creamy Tuscan chicken with sun-dried tomatoes and kale. Hi, Colleen. What else are you guys watching? Fleabag. I have to watch Fleabag. People love Succession. That's coming back. There was a documentary I started about a young boy's murder on like maybe HBO with Morgan. God, what was it, HBO or Netflix? It was really interesting. Also very interestingly directed. If you guys like Drunk History, you can see Monique on Drunk History. She plays one of the Florence Nightingale maids, and that's really, really fun. Hills reboot or 90210 reboot? I've been watching the Hills reboot. Has a 90210 reboot started yet? I have been watching the Hills reboot, but I'm not completely up to speed. But I do know like, a little bit of the drama, like Stephanie Pratt's talking. Like the big drama that happens outside of it is like Stephanie Pratt being like, I'm over this show. Like, I'm not going to come back. I'm moving back to London. And Audrina's a bitch. And yeah, like I fucked Justin Bobby. So crazy, right? Oh, the Justin Bobby thing is so nuts. And he and his band are the most haram thing. Haram means poor or pity. Listening to Justin Bobby sing on the Hills reboot is like watching like a trust fund kid just like crash car after car. Sorry, my friend just emailed. Expensive car into expensive car into like a brick wall. You're just like, wow. If I look away, he keeps doing it. All that money, all that fame, and just this is what it is. This is all I get. This is all he's gonna do. And it's like, yeah. Yep. Audrina does look great. So does Heidi, which is crazy. right? Obviously, a lot of plastic surgery. So when I say she looks great, all I mean is like it's settled. It's interesting how plastic surgery somehow after years just like settles in some way, and sometimes can look better after too much. And sometimes people are just ruined for life. I don't know how plastic surgery works, but it's scary in that way. Justin Bobby is a wannabe Jared Leto. Oh my God, he wishes. He wishes. Like Jared Leto, Kurt Cobain. Oh my God. And Audrina just like, this is what's sad about the Audrina Justin Bobby thing is the same thing happened whatever how many years ago and now, which is Audrina and him hang out. Then people tell Audrina, based upon their idea of what Audrina has told them happened between her and Justin, that Justin really likes her. When Justin doesn't give any of that off. But people are just always like, Audrina, he's obsessed with you. I mean, from what you say, I mean, like what you're saying, he's literally loves you so much. He's like, can't wait to propose. And she's like, oh, okay, like I guess we're in a relationship. And then he's just like constantly like treating her shittily because they're not. And he like doesn't ever want to commit to her ever. It's so crazy. It's just like Audrina has no friends. Stephanie's not one of them, I'll tell you that. But I guess we can't like leave the Hills conversation. I'm glad we're talking about it now because I guess I really do have a lot of thoughts without talking about Spencer and the Brody Spencer thing, but then Spencer. And I'll talk a little bit about Brody's girlfriend, Caitlin, or whatever. Okay. Spencer's bananas, and I can't believe Heidi's still with him. And I feel like what should happen, I almost feel like Heidi should leave him. Because that would be like, if they announce their divorce now, season 2 would immediately happen. If they were like, we're separating, season 2 would happen right now. In fact, I don't even know if season 2 would happen that wasn't just like considered a spinoff called like Heidi and Spencer. That'd be huge. I can't believe they haven't tried to milk that before. The one thing for those media whores is that they've always maintained that their marriage is rock solid. Sure, they fight like on shows like Celebrity Big Brother or like Marriage Rehab or whatever, but like not in the way where like we see headlines like we're separating and like we get back together. Like, they could be really doing a lot more is what I'm saying. So he's crazy with the crystals or bananas and like his crystal shop, whatever. And my favorite thing is like when Heidi's the brains and he's like into the crystals and he looks at you like he's just done like every line of coke and every Molly in the world and just like a crystal's up his butt. And his like obsession with Brody and being friends with Brody. And like also this whole wedding, he gets mad at Brody didn't invite him to his wedding, which seemed like it was very small in a distant remote locale. But Brody did invite him to like his reception in LA. When that was revealed, I was like, all right, Spencer, like wedding, not everyone's invited to a wedding. Not everyone's invited to a wedding. Again, going back to the earlier conversation, my friend's getting married. Not everyone's invited to a wedding. It's very expensive. Somebody can't have everyone. Some people are very popular. Like Brody, listen, whatever you want to say about him, I bet Brody has a big guest list. Like his family, you know what I'm saying? Like, just think about the people we know that are related to him. I'm not saying all those people came, like all the Kardashians. I don't think they did. But I'm just saying, like, you know, he's been around. I'm sure there's a lot of people in that guest list. Spencer, I'm sorry, but if you didn't make it, that makes sense. So anyways, I'm just going to like, how do you kind of want to dip this cookie into this wine? Is that a good idea? Okay, I am going to watch the new 90 Day. I am watching 90 Day. I haven't watched Larissa Tell All. I did know Laura and Aladdin have split up. Not Aladdin. Aladdin. But I mean Aladdin. Aladdin. I did know those things. I'm behind on The Other Way. I'm caught up on Before the 90 Days. No, wait. I'm caught up on Before the 90 Days. So like Colty and Larissa, all of that I know. The Tell All happened. I have to still watch The Other Way. And I'm not at all caught up on Love After Lockup. In fact, I'm so behind. So that's the one I have to like start catching up on, honey. Oh my God. Can you believe this? Lugai! I'm so happy you're all here. Okay, I'll start talking. So the last thing I'll say about the hills, so sorry, and I might be the only person that cares about the hills, is Brody and Caitlyn. Okay, so Caitlyn, not Brody's mom, not Brody's former father, who's now Caitlyn Jenner, not that person, but Caitlyn is also Brody's girlfriend's fiance's name or wife or whatever. Wife. And she is so interesting. Like they paint a picture of her being very naggy and how he like can't party without her and like doesn't want to party without her because he's a DJ now and like that's his life and like she gets upset because she wants to have kids and he doesn't want to be changed and like he just got married and she like thought that like now that he would settle down and like become the family man, but like that's not who he is. Because he's Brody Jenner, he's a DJ. This is his like work. But like, but he doesn't whatever turn up on a Tuesday without her. And it's just like, oh, my dad's calling. Hi, Dad. I'm currently live on YouTube. How are you? Oh, okay. So you're there early. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, should I leave soon then? Should I? Or do you were you gonna come here? Okay. Okay. Bye. So yeah, I just feel like it's an interesting story. Sorry, that's my dad. We have to like meet up, so I had to take that phone call. And this is how live is. People come to my door, honey, and I gotta answer the door, I gotta answer the phone. I thought it'd actually be what. I just feel like what a boring storyline between them. And I feel like there should be like more exciting stuff and they should be showing like how in love they are and like slight drama. And I never understand why he will not like talk about the Kardashians at all. There must be a clause on his contract that he can't. I think that's really interesting. I watched a little bit of Bachelorette, and I don't know all the deets other than that she had sex in that windmill, honey, which she said 2 times, but it was 4 times. And Jesus still loves her. But yeah, but I wish I could tell you more. I don't know about any of the guys. So I feel bad. Sorry. I'm sorry. So I promise you that I will catch up on everything and do some like season wrap up videos where we can talk about things. And I'll continue to do lives as well, just to like make sure that I can talk to you guys and like you can feel like I'm uploading something. I love you all so much. It really makes me happy that you're here. I've been talking for 42 minutes. The problem is now that my dad is stuck in traffic, he wants me to meet him where we're going. So I have to go now. I'm very glad I only poured myself a little bit of wine. I didn't even finish it, honey. All right. I'm going to go. That's how that works. Can you feel the love tonight? Yes, I can. I am so lucky to have my dad. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry. If you guys want, follow me on Instagram. Make sure you're part of Vanity Fair on Facebook. I am starting to post on Vanity Fair Instagram too. It's a lot of like selfies of me and like my workout stuff. So that's what's happening on there. Colleen, Lucy, Lou Guy, Diverse PhD, Tiffany, Colleen, Bella. I love you all so much, Jolene. Thank you so much, Kristen. You guys are the best. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for just like fighting the fight with me, Monica. I won't be a stranger. Go ahead if you're watching this later. Leave me your thoughts on anything I've talked about in this live. To do a little recap, what was it? Lion King, The Hills, some 90 Day, a little 90 Day, a lot on emotional baggage and forgiveness and cleaning things out and then traveling, summer plans and traveling. So still all the stuff that I'm like dealing with right now and wedding stuff. Other than that, my heart goes out to you. Feel my warmth. I hope wherever you are, Spasi, if you're still watching, happy birthday. I hope wherever you are in life, you are happy, you are healthy, honey. You're doing your best, and you are like sharing your warmth and light to those around you, your loved ones, and people just see in your day. Because we all need a little smile. We all need a little something. It's hard. It can be hard. It really makes a difference sometimes, just like eye contact and like genuine connections, like an appreciation. So if you have it in the energy, honey, give a little bit out. Anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you. Follow me, Chris Farah, Vanity Farah, Instagram, Vanity Fair on Facebook. Sorry, like this video. Boopity boopsy boops. Take care of yourself. Say hi to one another. Just kidding. But stand up for what you believe and make our Democratic debates tonight. Get in, get out, do you. Bye. Why'd I do that thing with my tongue? I wish I hadn't.